Welcome back. Last time we were here, Nikki, who is a personal brand stylist and knows color like a second language, talked to us about the importance of color and what colors work well for most of us and which ones accidentally pull attention away from us. So today we're going to go a little bit deeper. We are going to be talking about styling. Styling is those intentional and smart choices we make to make sure that we come off unforgettable. We want to show off our personality without feeling staged or forced. So let's dive in. Welcome back, Nikki. So excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here too.
Oh my gosh. The last time you were here, we talked about the importance of color. You gave us some really great tips on what colors we should wear and what colors we should avoid. Today, we're going to talk about styling, right? Because it's more than just the colors we wear, it's how we wear them. And so I want to hear from you, firstly, what exactly is personal brand styling or what is styling? Can you give us a definition in your world?
Yes. Well, that's really good to clarify because yes, there's can be very broad depending on who you're talking to. So what how I look at style is like your overall image. So it's kind of personalized to you. But yeah, you can go deeper into like so there's the style, the overall your overall image. And then there's the personal style, which is like how it's very personalized to you. Ideally, someone sees an outfit online, maybe a picture of one of your outfits, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that belongs to me." Like they can just recognize it's to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does that have to do with your personality? Is that where personal, or is it just personal choice?
Yeah. So I feel like, those kind of mesh together.
Mhm.
Really, you are expressing your personality through your style, which, yeah, will come up with different personal choice pieces, maybe different personal colors that you love. And, like we went into psychology of color last time. So a lot of the colors that you are attracted to, even if you look in your home decor, those colors, you may not like really consciously understand what they mean, but so for some reason you're attracted to them. And a lot of times if you dig deep, you will be like, oh, that's why, because it means that loyalty and like I'm a very loyal person.
Right, right. Yeah, I love this because when I am working with a client, it is really important that their personality shines through. And, sometimes I'll get someone who's like super fun and bubbly and they'll bring like a navy blue blazer. And I'm like, listen, it looks great. And navy photographs lovely, but I know you because at this point we've been chatting for so long. I know you as a person. This feels just it kind of dulls your spirit a little bit. And so that's fine, but people are not going to be able to connect with you. And I mean, it's not it's not the be all end all, but it's so important to show off your personality. And so that's why I thought it was really important to talk about this today as a brand photographer looking to really pull that out of people. I wanted to hear from you how you help your clients show off their personality and show off their personal preferences through their styling. So, really excited about this today. The other question that I had for you is, clothes can be an investment and they should. Once you learn your color and what colors work for you, they are really an investment. So, what are some tiny style choices that can instantly lift someone's presence on camera or like during a presentation? Do you have any recommendations or tips for that?
Yes, definitely. That's a really great question. So something that is, yeah, like number one goal is I would say both color, like we talked about last time,
Mhm.
and also that clothes are fitting you well.
Oh
That
my god,
clothes
yeah.
are looking well. And in this world that we live in, we have so much access to clothes, right? And so you can honestly get something that looks higher end, maybe a satin shirt that fits well and it doesn't have to equal expense either,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes it is really good to invest in these staple pieces that you're going to wear all the time over and over. But in other pieces, just making sure that it looks good on you. And a lot of that has to do with your body shape,
Mm,
and I have a little visual, if that's okay, that I
I would love it, yeah.
okay, and you're gonna know I'm a mom because I have this, and I don't know if there's gonna be people just listening to this, but here's a little shape sorter toy that I have, and so let's see, we're gonna we'll pick this oval,
Okay.
okay, and we're gonna try to put this. Let's see, we'll try to put the Where nope, the triangle through it, okay? And so, okay, what happens? You can kinda get in there, but it's like, it's not working right,
Not comfortable, I'm sure, for that oval.
right? So, that's what I want you to think of, like, when your clothes are not working for your body shape. Like, you try a size higher, doesn't work. You try a size lower, and it doesn't work. Like, it's not your fault, first of all, and that's a message that I really hope people hear, is that as you're going to 4 different fitting rooms and you're like, "These things are not working. What's wrong with my body?" It's not your body, okay? God made us beautiful, and we have different body shapes, and if no one told you the information about what works on your body shape, it's not your fault. It's just something you don't know, and so, if you're having that happen, it's probably that it's just the wrong cut for your body and, so, trying something a little bit different, a little bit of a different shape. Maybe you need a shirt that's more flowy, or maybe you need a shirt that's a little bit wider on the top.
Mhm.
But just doing small things like that, even
Yeah.
going through your closet and taking out maybe some different blouses and their different styles and noticing, okay, this like fits my body really well. It's not too snug and it's not like overly loose. This is a good one for my body, most likely. And too with bottoms and stuff. That is going to do a lot to your closet. In fact, there was a study done with men with suits. So they wore suits that they just got off the rack, and then there were some that were the bespoke, I think I'm saying that right, suits, and that's basically, like, tailored to them. And the ones that wore those, like, tailored suits were shown as more trustworthy, more I believe a tailor can be really great, but I believe that you don't have to go to a tailor. Just making those small tweaks to wear pieces that fit your body shape are going to put you on a higher level, make you more elevated.
Yeah, I think that's such a great point, and you know what? I think the other piece of this is, like, as a mom, my body's changed since before I had kids, right? And just give yourself grace for that.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really important because the things that might have fit you before you had kids may not. And I know there are some moms that can, and that's okay if it doesn't, right? Like the point is to feel beautiful, feel confident, and wearing pieces that fit you is really, really important. So I love that tip from you, Nikki. Now, this kind of follows what you were just talking about, but are there any visual patterns that can feel or make a brand or a visual appear to be more premium?
Yeah, that's a great question. A couple areas that you can think of is, and this can change a little bit, but, like, really looking into the trends because when if you're wearing a pattern that was, like, working a year or 2 ago, but it's like no one's seeing it right now, it just shows that you're out of date. Whereas if you're wearing a trending pattern, one that aligns with your personality and you're like, "I love wearing this," it will just show that you're intentional with your clothing and that you're up to date. So that can change a little bit. But then too, looking at the size of the pattern is actually important. So if you are someone that is like 5'7" or over, you wanna go with a larger print
Okay.
because, proportions is also very important in style. If you're wearing these tiny little, patterns and you're very tall, it's just gonna look off.
Yeah.
And then, if you're 5'6" or to, like, 5'3", 5'2", go for a more medium print. If you're below that, then go for a smaller print. That will just elevate your look as well and make you look have a more premium outfit look.
So does that mean my polka dot blazers are okay for me because of my height?
Right? Like, I would say you can kind of if you're in one term, you can kinda go into the in your if you're in one size range, you can kinda go into the other one. You just wanna avoid, like, the extremes.
Yeah.
So, like, you as smaller, like, you wanna avoid these, like, huge patterns because it's just gonna look off, and someone that's taller, like I said, those little tiny
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
a little off,
I
so
love that. Okay, well, I can still wear my polka dots. That's really important.
as long as they're not, like,
Gigantic? No, I'll send you a picture of some of my most favorite clothes, and they all have polka dots.
I love that, which yeah, that is a great personality, like you're someone that's very joyful and cheerful, and that's how I think of polka dots.
Yeah, polka dots, I like frills.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's fun, and I like to have fun, so I like to bring my personality to it. And the last question that I had for you for today was like, what are some of the easiest ways to make an outfit look more high end without adding more clothes, just smarter choices, and not necessarily like the right fit? You've talked about the right fit. Is there anything else above that that can really elevate a look?
Okay. Yeah, that's great. So, layering pieces, and I know you said this in photography, which was
Yeah.
when men wear layering pieces, that brings up the elevated look. I think, you definitely can wear just a shirt and pants, but also like having that third piece, that's just like it looks a little more intentional, right? So I would definitely recommend that. Also, accessories. I feel like, I don't know, it'd be curious to see, like, I feel like sometimes people can be afraid of over accessorizing,
Yeah.
but
I always tell my clients one statement piece, like one is fine.
right, which I think, like, you can see my shirt has this big flowers on it. So yeah, like, you wouldn't want to go like big flowers and then huge earrings.
Something on your hair.
Yes, but I think overall, as long as there's, like, a big statement piece and then there's some slimmer ones, it's better to have more accessories. So, have earrings in, have a necklace on, have a bracelet. I would say, like, minimum, but then, add a couple rings, maybe add another necklace.
Mhm.
That will just, like I said, make you look more intentional. Like, I put thought into this look, and it was really interesting too with Native Americans. They, like, I think it was their headdress. Anyways, different accessories they'll add to themselves and wear based on like things that they've accomplished. So all of those have meaning. And like with that community, it's looked at like those um those accessories kind of mean authority, like, "Wow, she's done this, she's done this." So I think that's something too, maybe not for the viewer as much unless you share it, which definitely would be great, but, like, adding pieces of accessories that remind you of how far you've come and, like, who you're becoming
Absolutely.
will not, like, visually in your outfit, but it's definitely gonna, like, put a pep in your step and just make you glow even more, right? Like, to, work on your body language, and that's, like, a part of your outfit, I would say, is body language to help with that as well.
Yeah.
Something that I just happened to think of, that is a great look, kind of incorporating many of the different things that we've talked about, and this is so easy to do, is, a monochrome outfit.
Ooh, okay.
So basically all it is taking your top and your bottom and even a layering piece and having it be all in the same color. Now, it
Okay.
does not have to be in the same shade. It could be a little different shade, but very similar. And it
Okay.
will slim you. It also just you like you start researching or seeing people, it looks very intentional
Mm.
and put together. So that is a way that like you can take home. And it's just like if you're like, I'm bored with my closet, like need something new to try today,
Yeah.
go for that. Super easy. I'm sure you probably have the pieces, even if it's a neutral color. Try that. And yeah, you look elevated, you look put together, and you look
That's
amazing.
so true. That's so true. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that, but the one thing that you said around like adding that third piece to your outfit is just it speaks volumes. Number one, it photographs beautifully. But number two, like you said, it adds a little bit of intention. It communicates that you tried a little bit harder, that you tied that scarf around your neck. You add that third layer. But I love what you said about like wearing pieces that mean something to you because when we are on set, I love to ask my clients to just think about themselves, whether it be during that presentation or loving on their family, right? Just think about that moment because that really stirs up emotion. And that's what I'm looking to capture, right? And so if we can really put ourselves there, and if that accessory can do it for you, it's going to be a home run picture.
So yes, so true. And it's bringing out your personality, which is so important. We look at it, even just like interacting with people. As kids, we're like, "Hey, you wanna be my friend?" You know, like, we're so innocent and stuff, but, like, really, it can be in the aspect of, like, "Ooh, I like what she's wearing. I like that necklace.
Yeah.
I bet we kinda, like, mesh well together." And then in business, it is so important because I truly believe that God gave you this business. He has specific people that he wants you to serve, and he made you in that specific way to help them. Just like you're this fun, bubbly, encouraging person, he's like, I need her to help these specific people. And if you are able to bring that out in your clothes, you know, maybe the ones that are also like that, or maybe the ones that really need that kind of photographer are going to see that and are going to be really drawn into you.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I have a hard time being upset when I'm next to someone who's, like, well dressed. Like, I feel like I stand up a little bit taller, and, like, I'm talking a little bit more, like, I don't know, it just kinda rubs off just being in those circles. So yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was so incredibly helpful. I wanna have you back. We had some really good questions from the last time, so maybe we can pull up an idea for that 3rd session, but thank you so much for being here. I loved chatting with you, and I love that shirt. I love that shirt. I know it's a shirt. It's beautiful.
Thank
It draws me to your face, which is another thing that accessories do. They draw you to where you want people to see, which is your face, and, your lipstick has a lot to do with that, so
Yeah, so important, especially on social media, right? Where like people have their attention span is so limited. Yes, on Zoom and all that, lipstick, accessories. Yeah.
well, thank you, Nikki. I loved having you, and we will have you back.
All right. Awesome. I look forward to it.
Alright, bye.
Bye.